Today, I'm going to show you my top 5 most powerful AI tools for entrepreneurs to get you started with making powerful presentations, amazing market research, even to be able to make commercial jingles. So if you're ready to do this, let's get started. I'm going to introduce these 5 tools while I'm riding the 2.5-mile, 4-kilometer route of the Maokong Gondola cars in Taiwan. It starts in the city at the Taipei Zoo, then it snakes up into the mountains with a stop at the Jingles temple. And then it continues its journey to the cat-themed Maokong stop. This means that I have just over 20 minutes to set up my temporary film studio, record all of these presentations, and tear down by the last stop. The gondola cars are in a constant loop, so if I'm not ready to get off, then we'll have some angry attendants. It's a rainy day, but also hot and humid in these cable cars. We're going to be fighting a bumpy ride, sweaty eyes, possible motion sickness, and the threat of incoming rain ruining my MacBook Air. At the top, we'll be rewarded with an insane vista of the mountains around Taipei, along with tea-flavored ice cream and cat-shaped cookies. So we are set up in the Maokong Gondola right now. You can see this beautiful view around us. We have about 15 minutes with my mistakes to try to demo all 5 of these AI tools. So let's get started right away. I'm going to start with the first one, which is a music recorder. This is crazy that you can actually record your own original music and then put it into commercials. You could put it into YouTube videos that you generate. You could put it into all kinds of different things. It's very simple to use. You can go to Suno.com and you can just literally describe your song. I'm going to do an upbeat song for a commercial jingle, an outdoor sports store that I'm starting, which we'll do this kind of as our theme as an outdoor sports store. We're going to use AI to help us get all this set up through 5 different tools. So we're going to then say create, and it's going to generate this song. It'll give you 2 options here. And those options will then allow you to test which one you like the best. And you can generate a bunch of these and test those. It's a little bit shaky here because we're coming into the first stop. This is the first of the stops up onto the mountain. And if we run out of stops, then the challenge will fail. All right, so here we go. We've got this one through. It's called Climb Higher, percussive with acoustic guitar and hand claps.
Climb higher, higher, reach for the sky, where the air is crisp and dreams can fly. Climb higher, higher.
The next one I want to show you is what everybody should be using for graphic design. If you have an in-house graphic designer, of course, let them use whatever they want. They're probably using Canva, but if you don't, then you should be using Canva. Canva it's a bit of a blend between AI and human input. So a lot of people don't even think of it as an AI tool, but has great AI functionality built into it. And I'm going to show you, I mean, you don't think of this as AI, but when I do rock climbing outdoor store poster, look at what I get here. I get really good rock climbing poster results. So let's say that I'm trying to go around to coffee shops and I want to put some information about my store into the coffee shops and I want to get these printed out. They need to look nice. I don't want to pay a graphic designer, or maybe I don't have time to. Look at all these results that I have. So I'm going to grab, this one looks great to me. So I'm going to open this, say customize this template. And now I say, well, this is great. I can change some of this text here. I can put my address, but let's say that I don't like this silhouette here. I'm a family themed store. So I want to do like mom and kids kind of thing. So watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to add a page. I'm going to grab this one, and now I'm going to show you the AI functionality that you can use inside of Canva. Now, I am on the paid version for this. You can use Canva for free. You have to find items that are not pro. So if it says pro, you have to pay for it. And I would highly recommend, if you're going to pay for 2 things, pay for Canva and ChatGPT. All right, so coming back, I want to take this guy. I'm going to copy him, and I'm going to stick him right here. And then I'm going to move him over. He's sitting right here. And then I'm going to do something, this is a little bit odd, but I'm going to screenshot this. And I'll show you why in a moment. Okay, now that I have that screenshotted, I'm going to go to Magic Media, and I'm going to say Styles, and I want to upload a reference image. So my reference image We'll grab this one we just screenshotted, and we'll put that in and let it upload for a minute. Okay, then we're going to choose that one, and then we're going to say, generate an image of a mother and son climbing a cliff, maintain the silhouette feel. Okay, I'm going to say generate images, and it's going to try to give me 4 images. Some of them might be bad. We'll see what we get here. Okay, this is awesome. Look at this. So we've got a mom and a son. This is my favorite one. All these are great. I'm going to choose this one right here. Boom, we got it right here on the image. Now I'm going to show you what else you can do. This is so cool. I can then remove the background. Actually, let me bring it over here first. I'm going to get rid of this guy, and I'm going to copy this in here. Now I want to have the same orientation on the same side, so I'm going to flip it horizontal. All right, and then we're going to bring this down like this, okay? So now we've got a mom with a kid climbing this thing, and then we're going to say background remover, and bam, we've got our whole thing. We can move it down a little bit, get it below our text, okay? And we've got ourselves a really nice AI generated one-of-a-kind image, but it's AI generated in a careful way. It's actually blended into a very nice graphic design. If you just go straight into ChatGPT and say, make me a poster for this climbing event, it's not gonna look good. But if you use a template and then use AI carefully within that template, it's gonna be awesome. Okay, so we are now on the second stop, and this is the Taipei Zoo South Station. I don't know if you can see that out the window there. So if you really want to visit Taipei sometime, it's a highly recommended tour to go to the zoo first. And then at the south part of the zoo, you can actually get on these gondola cars and just go straight up to the inside of the mountains. It's super fun.
Do you remember when you're in 7th grade and your teacher made you write an essay? Essays have been the primary way that in Western society and even global society, we've thought about ideas. We learned in school to write about the topic, and then we think about our writing, and then we revise it a little bit. We revise it some more. And in that process, we start to actually understand the idea that we're trying to communicate and trying to get to. Well, that has worked really well for the last 400 years, since the time of Francis Bacon. But now with AI, it doesn't work that well. I think you're familiar now with, you put something into AI and you automatically get a response out. And so while you can mess around with in-between versions and keep pasting that document back into AI or trying to edit it in Microsoft Copilot, I found a much better way to get results out of AI. And it's by leapfrogging that 400-year barrier and going all the way back 2,400 years to the time of Socrates. Socrates had a method that you've probably heard of called the Socratic method. And he would ask questions of his students, and then they would have to answer the question, and then that answer would lead them to the next question. If you want to get better at your AI inputs and outputs, go and download my Socratic AI handbook. It walks you through the exact prompts that I use to get really good and really fast results from AI using the Socratic method. Now I want to show you something that's really useful if you're doing video. So if you try to get into video in the old school way, you have to get maybe a streaming program. You've got to get all kinds of cords going in and out of a computer, maybe a sound mixer. It's quite complex. The other problem is that if you're like me and you're using a small laptop computer, maybe you're traveling, it's almost impossible to store all these videos without lugging around a bunch of USBs and then upload them to the cloud whenever you get to the hotel Wi-Fi. So instead, what we're going to do is go all cloud here. We are using only Descript, and this is a wonderful text-based editing program. So you can do the type of video editing you're used to, but you can actually edit the text. They also do a great job of bringing AI into it. So just like with Canva, they use the normal tools, and then AI is carefully laced in where it's helpful. So let's say I've got this one that's a Christmas ad. Now I just recorded this one earlier in front of a green screen. So I'm going to take off the chroma key here. And you see it was just a green screen. I used AI to generate a background image for a climbing store. And then watch what you hear.
So come out on Thursday, December 24th for our big Christmas sale.
So in there, I have a date and I have a Christmas sale. Now let's just say that I wanted to create a stock video that I wanted to use in different places. And sometimes I need to change a word or two, but I don't want to have to redo the video every time. I'm just going to show you one of them just for the sake of time here. I'm going to go regenerate on Christmas sale, and I'm going to change this to Thanksgiving. And I'm going to regenerate video as well to try to get my lips to sync. We'll click regenerate. Now this actually takes a little bit of time because there's a lot of AI calculations going on. We have just arrived at the third stop. So this stop is, actually I don't know if they let you get off here. Maybe this is just a maintenance station. I'm getting a little bit nervous that we're running out of time. So every stop I have to pause and check the map. It looks like we're just at a maintenance station right now. All right, now we're gonna try this and see how it sounds. I haven't changed the date part, but I just want you to listen to see if the Thanksgiving part comes through.
So coming out on Thursday, December 24th for our big Thanksgiving sale.
That's pretty impressive. I'm amazed that they can do that. So you can now record some videos of yourself and then take those videos and give them to your employees to get authentic videos coming from you, but then have slight tweaks to what you said that's going to make it easier for you to get lots of video content produced without having to do all the rigmarole of filming all the time. The next one is about presentations. I love making presentations, but sometimes I hate making presentations. I love coming up with ways to persuade audiences. I love thinking through what I want to say and how to present it. I don't love spending 1 or 2 hours moving images around, trying to get them just right, trying to pick the right stock photography because I don't really have anything useful to put anyways. So there's a great app that has come out called Gamma.app, and it is really good at taking prompt from AI and then creating with AI a presentation based on what you wanted. I'm going to show you an example of this. Now in this, I use the Socratic AI method that I teach to ask for a presentation. Now, if you just ask for a presentation about an outdoor store, you're going to get a super generic presentation. We don't want that. One of the things we want to use with AI is to pull out of us all the important information, and then all the boring stuff like dragging images around and all of that, we want AI to do that. So here I said I want to generate a pitch deck presentation in Gamma.app for a local climbing and outdoor store. My purpose is to get investment from local investors. I'm targeting Western Oregon. Ask me some questions that will help me refine the prompt and get a good result. Now it asks me 11 questions. I thought I had a good prompt here, honestly, but these ones about target market, market opportunity, competitive advantage, these are fantastic. So I went through and I answered these one at a time. And some of them I had no idea what to say. So I said, it's starting to rain here, by the way, and so I'm trying to keep from ruining my laptop. I'm going to pull this up a little bit. Some of them it said, market opportunity. Please help me research that and answer it for me because I have no idea. So it gives me this pitch deck. So watch what I'm going to do. I'm just going to take this entire pitch deck and I'm going to select all of it. Okay. And then we're going to take this and we're going to put it into Gamma.app. So we're going to say paste in text. There's different ways you can do it, but in this case, I want a presentation. I'm just going to paste this whole pitch deck. It's already well thought through because I've already used Socratic AI to think through it. Now here I have 3 choices. So this one's closest to long text or document. We can also generate for notes or an outline, but in our case, we've already done the thinking. So we don't want Gamma.app to do that for us. We want to do that ourselves. So now we're going to continue to prompt editor. What it's going to do is give us some different styles we can use. So if you look at our rock ad, let's go back to that. I guess this is kind of an outdoorsy, brown themed sort of thing. So we're going to go with that for our presentation. So actually this how light right here looks pretty good. I think we'll go with that one. We'll use concise. We don't want too many words. And then art style, we'll go with illustration. I'm not going to worry about all this other stuff. I'm on the free version of this, so you can actually get pretty good results with just the free version. And now I'm going to click generate. So it's going to start generating, and this is quite impressive what it does. Keep an eye on this. So we immediately get slides. We're getting mission, vision. We're getting the market opportunity slide that every pitch deck has to have. We're getting a target market. We've got nice little icons. I didn't have to search an icon library. The AI did it for me. We've got competitive advantage. Everything that AI drew out of us and helped us think when we talked to ChatGPT is now instantly being put out as a presentation. Okay, and you can see we've got decent slides that are kind of cool. So I'm going to go present so you can see this well. Boom, we've got climbing outdoor adventure hub. It's family themed like we talked about. Mission and vision, again, we've got the family theme going on. These are really decent graphics. We have our different opportunity here with the big, nice marketing letters there. We've got icons. And we didn't do any work on this. This is just ready to go for our investors. And there's our competitive advantage. So Gamma.app, highly recommend at least start with it for your base, and then you can tweak later, but it saves you a ton of time. For the last one, I want to show you how to do market research. And the last tool that we're going to do is your traditional chatbot. I'm going to use ChatGPT because it is my favorite. You can use Grok, you can use Gemini, you can use Claude. All of these are great. They all have their own flavor. There's slight differences in them, but in this case, ChatGPT is the one that I think is the most well-rounded, and it's great for brainstorming because it has really good transcription functionalities. Highly recommend getting the paid pro version if you want to do it for a month and test it out. I think that you'll see you get really good results right now. By the way, we just got to the Nan Temple Station. So we are on our last stop. There's one more stop, and if we can hit that, we'll have finished the challenge. We have a good chance of making it. Let's keep going. So I want to make a market research document. This market research document is going to look at different towns in Western Oregon, look at competitors, and then it's going to put all this together for us and make a document that we can show to investors, we can use for ourselves, for our own information. So what I did here is I'm inside of this other chat thread that we already had, and I highly recommend using chat threads and projects in ChatGPT because it keeps the context all together. So inside of this chat thread, we're going to say, generate a prompt that I can use with the O3 model based on the above information to do some research about the areas in Western Oregon where there's likely high demand for a store like this and yet weak competition. Now, the research prompt then starts going into demographics, presence of nearby competitors, access to outdoor locations, areas for potential growth. So I'm going to grab this entire research prompt and pull it up. It made the research prompt because it already knows everything that we've talked about. So I don't have to redo that conversation with ChatGPT. It's already there. So now I'm going to come into ChatGPT and I'm going to make sure you have the O3 model if you're doing something like this. It takes a little bit more time. Hopefully it can still finish the challenge. And so I'm going to give this to it. It's going to do some thinking. It'll probably do some web searching. And so it's saying, hey, I need to gather data about outdoor enthusiasts in Western Oregon. And it's telling you what it's thinking about. Now it's doing a web search. It's looking at demographics. It's looking at areas that competitors are. And it's going to try to highlight a town that we should target in Western Oregon. All right, so it looks like it's identified some competition spots. Now it's looking at participation rates. And now in 28 seconds, we have a pretty decent answer. We have a short answer with the high, these different cities we could look at. It talks about how it did it. And then we've got this amazing opportunity matrix right here. This is great. Now then we could do deeper dives. And if you're really into, if you're really going to do this in real life, I would recommend that once you get some more information about this, then go and use deep research later. There's a limit on here, like I only have 25 left for the month, but I could say, hey, research this area and look for the neighborhood that is best suited for this. And it would give you really good information. So you're always trying to go deeper and deeper as you go with AI. So now we've got all these and we have a really good set of data. But let's say that I just want to walk into an investor room. I've got that pitch deck ready and I want to just throw down a market analysis document. Now that I have such good data that AI has unearthed and already formatted the core of the idea for me, I can now take that data and get any kind of output I want. So I'm going to stay in O3, although O4 would be probably fine here, or 4.0 would be fine here. And I can say, okay, now format this, or we'll just say now output a nicely formatted, professional looking market research report. I want to share this with my investors. And now we're going into the formatting side. So up until now, everything we've been doing is data. So we're not worried about how it looks. We're just worried about getting the right questions answered, which we're pulling out of ourselves from Socratic AI. We're not letting AI do that for us. We're letting AI then go and do research based on what we pulled out of ourselves. And now in the same chat thread, we've got all the data, we've got everything that was pulled out of us, and now we just have to take all of that and format it into a single document, which then can be printed. I literally could take this and I could copy and paste this into like a Google Doc, and I would get a pretty decent result. So look at that. We have next steps, we have risk factors, financial operations, strategic recommendations, the different cities that we've looked at. In each of these, we see a snapshot, we see the opportunity, we see the competitors. This is just fantastic. Look at that. We have an opportunity scoring matrix, methodology, and data sources, and it just looks great. So that is a single example of how you can use ChatGPT. Many people are already using ChatGPT and think they know how to use it, but they're not getting great results out of it like this because they're not combining the research capabilities of ChatGPT and AI with the own thoughts that are in their head. You have to make sure that your own thoughts get pulled out into that chat thread in order to generate really good documents. Now, you can do so much more with ChatGPT. If you can only pay for one AI tool, I tell you, you gotta pay for ChatGPT. You can do legal draft contracts. You can do this kind of market research. You can, generate images. You can do brainstorming for business ideas and much, much more. So there we go. We got our 5 different tools put together. We are still rising. We're going up to the height of the mountains now. We're getting to our highest point, and we got a little bit of rain on us. We are no longer raining. I'm sweating like crazy, but we're almost there. And then we'll see if we can't get ourselves a little bit of tea ice cream when we get up there. Okay, so we've got these fantastic ice cream cones, cat-themed cookies on the top with, I think these are oolong tea ice cream cones. We can see some rain maybe coming down out there. Did you get tea ice cream or just regular vanilla?
Just regular vanilla.
Okay, well, that's fine too. If you come to Maokong, you got to try out the Maokong Yanpai restaurant. It's fantastic. The tea comes in these awesome little cups, and the ice cream is great. What we learned today is that AI will elevate your team. It won't be something that replaces all your teammates, but it takes people that are smart but are generalists and turns them into amazing specialists. So if you want to supercharge your team today, make that jump by getting into these 5 AI tools.
Have you been asking the question of, are we going to be replaced by AI? I'd like to tell you the answer is no, but it all depends on what you think is going on inside of your brain. If you think that your brain is just a biological computer, then honestly, we are going to be replaced by AI. It's already more analytical than us. It's able to crunch more data than us. But the key is that you have something else that AI does not have. You have the ability to receive ideas from an outside source. AI cannot do that. AI can only take inputs that already exist. If you go back and you research Einstein, you research George Washington Carver, you research Nikola Tesla, and other great mathematicians and thinkers, many of them claimed that they received their ideas rather than thinking of their ideas. They didn't go through a series of analytical processes to receive, for example, E equals mc squared. They actually received it when they were in a non-analytical state. That's great news for us, because guess what? AI is never going to be able to do that. So what we need is to start using AI to get rid of our boring paperwork and some of the analysis work we have to do, and let our creativity and our ability to receive insight be raised up. Now, I believe that God wants to, in this season, release his ideas to this planet, to people that can put those ideas into practice. If you don't know it, God is so good. He loves this planet. He loves humanity so much. And there's so many ideas that have not happened yet because either he hasn't released them or the people that have got him haven't done anything with it. So I'm going to end this video by praying for those who want to stick around, that God would release his ideas to you. New business ideas, new inventions, all of that. So if you're comfortable with that, let's go. Lord, I thank you for everybody who's still watching this video. I pray that right now they would start to receive ideas from you. I pray that as they go to sleep at night, as they dream, as they drive their car to Starbucks, as they're taking a walk with their dog, that ideas from you would start to pop into their heads. Not stuff that they'd already thought about, but new ideas that can change this world for the better and reveal who you are. So we pray this in Jesus' name. Amen.